Are you like recording this for the kids right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey Cookies, Pat here. Hey Cookies.
Start over. Just give me a minute. I have to Hey Cookies, good to see everybody. Today, as you can see, I have a beloved guest for you, somebody we all know, somebody we all love. Welcome, Miss Hardin Stein. It is so good to see your face.
And your Bev.
Thank you. So, how you been? You staying safe? Everybody good by you?
Yeah, we're hanging in at Casa Hardin Stein.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've been talking to a lot of people about some people are finding a little bit of opportunity in this time to be creative or to learn something. I was wondering, from your point of view, what's the best thing you've done with your time?
So I really like to crochet, and I've been working on a blanket based on a storybook for a friend since December, and it's finally almost done.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Thank you.
Can you share with us what the book is?
The Hungry Caterpillar.
I love that book.
Thanks, me too.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. I'm really impressed by that. I think it's super cool, and your friend is very, very lucky to have you making that for them. But today, you came to talk to our 8th grade and share a book talk.
I did. And I don't have a physical copy of the book, and I know that's part of the book talk requirement.
You know what, though? We are in unique times, and it's important that we all be flexible.
Thank you.
Yeah, please start us out.
I like to read on my Kindle because then I always have it with me because it's on my phone and I don't have to remember, and we all know I get a little...
You and me both, sister.
Yeah. That's why we're friends. So I am finishing up Desperation by Stephen King.
Ooh.
And I maybe had second thoughts about doing a book talk on it.
We have a lot of Stephen King fans. So this is something that I've been talking about with some future guests. I do not censor. However, I do encourage parents and guardians to ask the 8th grader with whom they live, what are you reading?
All right.
That is definitely within the domain of the caring adult at home, not within my domain.
Okay.
So I think Stephen King, we have a number of Stephen King fans. We have a number of horror fans in the 8th grade. So guys, just, disclaimer, be aware. You may want to check in with your adults at home.
Yeah. So Desperation is about 4 different groups of people who are all traveling through the desert, and they are all pulled over by a deranged police officer who brings them into an abandoned town and locks them in jail together. And it is about their journey of escaping from jail, but also from escaping from this deranged police officer.
Would you say their desperate journey?
Oh!
Yeah, I did that.
You did, that was good. And the town is actually called Desperation.
Mm-hmm.
Almost magic realism.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So can you explain to the kids what magical realism is? I said I wasn't going to interrupt you. I think I've mentioned it to this 8th grade, but I haven't really taught it or gone over it.
Okay, so magic realism is it started in Mexican literature, is that
Yes.
right? Okay, cool. So it's when everything around you is kind of normal, but magical things happen, things that are out of the realm of normalcy.
Right.
Yeah, is that
So
sound
it's
about
not
right?
like it's not fantasy, so to speak. It's not like
No,
Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. It, in all other respects, is realistic fiction.
exactly.
However, there's a belief in magic that kind of saturates the story, and
Yes.
magic is present as a realistic thing.
Yes, that's perfect. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, fair warning, it's pretty violent.
Mhm.
But you know, if that's something that doesn't bother our readers, it's an incredible book. It really, there's two main protagonists. There's Johnny, who is kind of an aging, washed up writer. And
Rude.
yeah.
Sorry. Oh,
He's kind of an anti-hero.
okay.
And then there is David, who is probably like 8th grade, maybe. I don't know if we get his exact age. And he is touched by divine influences and has magical powers from this divine influence.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I have a question. When I think of Stephen King books, obviously, like he has everything from like these little slim novellas, kind of like The Running Man, all
Mhm.
the way through to like
The Stand.
right. So like in terms of length, I know on the Kindle you can't really see the page numbers in the same way.
Yeah. I would say it's kind of in the middle for him. It's maybe 500 or 600 pages.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah, something someone could definitely tackle during quarantine.
Yeah. These guys.
Yeah. Oh no, I
they-
see the thick books everyone here carries around.
Yes. Your books are thick.
Yeah.
So one thing we always talk about is a powerful pick out. I realize you don't have the book in front of you, so you're not going to pull out a quote, but it could be a scene. It could be something about Stephen King's writing. It could be something that, like, when you think of it, like, it kind of stands out as an example of what makes this a book that you want to share.
Ooh, I like that. Stephen King is very skilled at giving each of his characters their own unique voice, even in their internal monologue.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get characters. I don't want to give too much away because I want people to read this.
I hear you.
But this one character is having an internal monologue, and he is saying some absolutely horrific things, words that would never come out of my mouth, ideas that are shocking. And as grotesque as it is, it's fascinating that he can give that voice to one character and give this really like sweet, kind voice to another character who's thinking about like,
Yeah.
I'm going to miss running for the PTA if I die today.
So, like, voice is something 8th grade that we have talked about a lot. And for example, if I were to give an announcement that said, the announcement was, hey guys, you have homework due Friday. I'd like everyone, if you have any questions, to let me know by Thursday. If Mr. Rosano made the exact same announcement with the exact same content, and let's say somebody took a transcript of what I said, and somebody took a transcript of what he said, or if Mrs. Taylor made the exact same announcement, and somebody took a transcript of what she said, you would know whose was whose.
Absolutely.
And that's voice. And it's not, I mean, it is the sound coming out of our mouths, but it's also like the way that we put words together, the vocabulary that we choose, the tone that we take. All of that is voice. So you think about Stephen King being able to give voice to this really depraved sounding, unpleasant individual. And then this other, maybe almost naive sounding, also unpleasant individual. I don't know. That's just my inference. But,
Everybody in the story is kind of unpleasant.
right. Well,
There's no one likable.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah,
I like that you brought that up, because it's definitely something when we've talked about writing narratives, being able to not only have the voice of the narrator themselves, but the characters' voices. It's hard.
Yes, and if anyone is struggling with that, Stephen King is masterful at that.
I love that you said that, because I feel like so many of these skills that we talk about don't exist in the absence of reading masters.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to find out, and you can tolerate the violence, how to have all these different voices. Stephen King is a great author. We can probably recommend some others as well.
Definitely.
Those of you who see yourselves as writers, like beyond my class, and I know that there's several of you, and you're outstanding. You also need to not skimp on the reading, because the authors of the books you read are a billion times better teachers than I am. That's saying something.
And if you read people like King, and that's where my brain is right now, but Neil Gaiman and, who Pav and I love,
we're trying to get him on the show. It's an uphill battle, Miss Hartenstein.
It'll happen for us. He's got to be getting stir crazy too. That these people reference other great works.
Yes.
So if you are familiar with Steinbeck, you are going to get so much more out of Desperation than if it's just, oh yeah, Miss Pav told me that Steinbeck's good. Yes, Pav.
There's a word for that. All right?
I don't know it.
It starts with an A, and it's not a word for magic, but it sounds like a magic word. And it means a reference. You ready? Allusion. Right? So if Stephen King is making an allusion to something that happened in one of Steinbeck's novels, again, that's a way of communicating a message without coming out and saying it. And when you are well read, you get the inside jokes of the world. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They know allusion. They were all saying it. I heard them. But I just am really happy to be spending this time with you and have the 8th graders get a chance to see you if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Are you available for people to check in with you if they just want to say hey, if they need some help?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to just hear heys. I miss all of you so much. But also, if you have math questions, if you have science questions, if you have civics questions,
ELA.
If you just want a great book recommendation, I know Pav is better at that, but
no, here's the thing. Like, it's good to have, this is why we're a community of readers, because not everybody's going to like everything I like.
Yeah.
Right? And not everybody's, you and I have a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah, that's banana sandwich teachers who are in love with you, Mr. Gaiman. Please come to our school.
Love it.
Thanks. But yeah, no, reach out to me. Anyone who wants to, I would love to hear from you. That would make my day.
Awesome. Well, you made our day today, Miss Hartenstein.
Thanks.
So I hope you continue to stay safe. I hope you continue to be well. And how should we say goodbye to the 8th grade today? Do the wave.
The wave? Okay.
Yes. You're going to go first? We'll do it back and forth. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
You're the only person I would be this weird with.
I love you so much. Bye.
Bye.